Hi, welcome back to another video. The scapula or shoulder blade is a triangular bone that lies in the upper back. The bone is surrounded and supported by a complex system of muscles that work together to help you to move your arms. The muscles controlling your shoulder blades are your scapular stabilizer muscles. They coordinate with the muscles around your shoulder joints, including the rotator cuff muscles, to control your arm movements. These muscles stabilize and mobilize the shoulder joints. Shoulder injuries are often traced to poor stability of the muscles surrounding the scapula, not just your rotator cuff muscles. This is because weaknesses of these muscles can alter the position of the scapula at rest or in motion, and this can make it difficult to move your arm, especially when performing overhead activities. And it may also cause your shoulder to feel weak. It can also lead to injury if the normal ball and socket alignment of your shoulder joint is not maintained. What you need to understand is that your scapula is the base of your shoulder complex and the foundation of any shoulder movement, and is actually used in virtually every movement that involves your upper extremities. Unfortunately, the scapula is one of the most overlooked areas of the body when it comes to fitness, which is why many people have scapular stability issues and shoulder pain, not to mention poor mechanics when lifting weights. So watch till the end of this video and I will be discussing everything you need to know about scapular stabilization. You can learn how to activate, strengthen, and improve the mobility of your scapular stabilizer muscles. The end goal is to prevent injuries and be more powerful in your movements. If you like this video and find this useful, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is completely free of charge, but will help the channel to grow. Thank you. The scapula, or your shoulder blades, are large triangular shaped bones that sit flat on your upper back over your ribs. They link both with the collarbone, aka clavicle, to form the acromioclavicular joint, and the upper arm bone, aka humerus, to form the glenohumeral joint, aka shoulder joint. The scapula provides a stable base that allows for a huge range of motion at the shoulder. Scapular stability depends on the coordinated activity of 17 muscles that work together to secure a correct positioning throughout the shoulder complex as the arm moves. This is known as the scapulothoracic rhythm. So, if there is weaknesses in the scapular stabilization muscles, it affects the positioning and the mechanics of the shoulder complex, which can lead to pain, dysfunction, and injury. And one of the most common problems is winging scapula, where the shoulder blades lift away from the ribcage, which results in abnormal shoulder biomechanics. Scapular instability has been linked to around 68% of rotator cuff problems, 100% of shoulder joint instability problems, and is a contributing factor in most shoulder injuries. These make scapular stabilization exercises a really important part of shoulder rehab, but they are sadly often overlooked. So, scapular stabilization exercises should be incorporated in most shoulder rehab programs alongside with rotator cuff strengthening work and shoulder mobility exercises. It often takes about 1 to 2 months of doing daily scapular stabilization exercises to notice a real difference, so stick with it, it will be worth it. Now we're going to look at the best exercises for scapular stabilization, starting with how to set the shoulder blade in the correct position so you can get the most benefit from scapular strengthening exercises. Then I will demonstrate to you a series of scapular stabilization exercises in a range of positions and with different loads to ensure you build up dynamic stability so the shoulder can move and function properly throughout its full range. As I've said before, to improve shoulder stability, we must strengthen the muscles of your shoulder blades which stabilize and mobilize the shoulder joint. But to be able to strengthen them, we must learn how to activate them. And the major muscles of the scapular stabilizer include serratus anterior, rhomboid, levator scapulae, and the trapezius. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you 5 different groups to work through, which get progressively harder. First, scapular setting, then scapular retraction exercises, wall exercises for scapular stabilization, resistance band scapular strengthening, and advanced scapular stabilization exercises. First, scapular setting. For scapular stabilization exercises to be effective, the shoulder blade needs to start in the right place, so the best place to start is with scapular setting. This focuses on building up the strength and endurance of the lower trapezius muscles. Think of them like the shoulder blade's anchor. As the arm moves, they hold the scapula in the right position and at the correct angle. First scapular setting exercise is the Scapula Squeeze. With all the scapular stabilization exercises, the lower trapezius should be engaged. Think of them as part of your core. So the scapular squeeze is the perfect place to start for setting the shoulder blade in the right starting position. So lie on your stomach with a rolled up towel underneath your forehead, both arms down by your side, palm facing in. Gently draw your shoulder blades back towards your spine and down towards your waist. As you do this, you should feel the front of your shoulder lifting up off the bench. Once you can happily do this movement, hold that position for a few seconds and then relax. Hold the position for 30 seconds and do 4 repetitions. You want the combination of moving the shoulder blades back and down to be one fluid movement. Focus on using the muscles between your lower part of your shoulder blades rather than the top or the middle, so you're targeting the lower trapezius. Try to keep the rest of your body relaxed, with your head resting on a towel, and avoid the temptation to hold your breath. You see, you need good strength and endurance in the lower trapezius to provide a stable base for your shoulder blades. So you make sure that you can do 4 repetitions, holding the position for 30 seconds each time before trying harder scapular stabilization exercises. Next, we are going to have a look at scapular retraction exercises. Once you have got a hang of using the lower trapezius to set the scapula into the right position, you're ready to go with the rest of the scapular stabilization exercises. Always start each one with a scapular squeeze as described above to activate those lower trapezius. Lie face down, head resting on a towel, both arms by your side with palm facing in. Set your shoulder blades with a scapular squeeze. Maintaining that position, lift your arms and hands up about 2 centimeters. Hold that position, then lower the hands and arms and finally relax off the scapular squeeze. Repeat 4 times, aiming to build up to 30 seconds hold. Make sure that the shoulders don't droop forward and keep using the lower trapezius to set the shoulder blades. To progress, pulse your arms up and down while you hold the position. Or you can hold a weight on your hand while you do the exercise. Now for the second scapular retraction exercise, lie face down with your elbows bent and palm facing down. Draw your shoulder blades back and down, letting your elbows lift up, but keeping your hands on the bench initially. Now lift your hands so that your forearms are parallel to the bench. Hold and then lower. Aim to hold for 30 seconds with 4 repetitions. Remember to keep drawing the shoulder blades downwards and towards your spine throughout, and don't let your shoulders start to droop. As before, to progress, pulse your arms up and down at the end range of movement, or hold a weight in your hand. You can also try this exercise in the T position with your elbows straight and your arms out to the side. Make sure your thumbs point up towards the ceiling throughout. The third scapular retraction exercise is the Y position. Lie down with your arms stretched out above your head as shown, thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulder blades back and down and slowly lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Aim to hold for 30 seconds, 4 repetitions. Keep thinking about the area between the bottom of your shoulder blades. That is the area you should be using to maintain stability with these scapular stabilization exercises. Again, to progress, pulse your arms up and down as you hold the position, or hold a weight in your hand. Once you are feeling confident with these scapular retraction exercises, you can make them harder by moving the shoulder through a greater range of motion and taking it further away from your body. This is much more functional as scapular instability tends to cause most problems with activities such as lifting and racket sports when the shoulder is moving through a large range of motion away from the body. Start out doing this without weights, and once you feel confident, progress to holding a weight in your hand. Lie face down, resting your head on a towel, letting your arms hang down by your side. Always start by setting your shoulder blades. Keep thinking about pulling them towards the opposite back pocket of your trousers. First exercise, rows. Slowly raise your arm, letting your elbow bend. Next, external rotation. Raise your forearm forward and upwards towards the ceiling. Next, shoulder extensions. Take your arms down and back until it is parallel with your body, keeping your elbows straight throughout. For the T position, keeping your elbows straight, lift your arms out to the side, palm facing down. For the Y position, keeping your elbows straight, lift your arm forward and overhead. Hold the end position of each of these scapular stabilization exercises for at least 3 seconds and aim to build up to 30 repetitions. If you have shoulder blade instability or weighing scapula, exercises against the wall can really help. Pushing against the wall whilst doing these scapular stabilization exercises help to fix your shoulder blades in the right position, making them a popular solution for how to fix weighing scapula. The first ball exercise is the ball roll. Stand holding a ball against the wall at shoulder height. Draw your shoulder blades back and down to set the scapula and lean into the ball. Roll the ball in small circles, leaning through the ball throughout and maintaining the scapular squeeze. Spend 2 to 3 minutes doing this. To progress, gradually increase the size of the circles. You can also change the height or move the ball sideways. The next wall exercise for scapular stabilization is the wall press up. Stand facing the wall and lift your arms forward, elbows straight so your hands just reach the wall. Draw your shoulder blades back and down to set the scapula. Bend your elbows slowly to bring your chest towards the wall, like you are doing a press up. Then push back through your hands to come back up, maintaining the scapular squeeze throughout. Repeat for 20 to 40 times. To progress, vary where on the wall you place your hands, higher or lower, closer together or further apart, to work the shoulder stabilizer muscles in different positions. Now let's take a look at some of the best exercises for scapular stabilization using a resistance band. First, resistance band row. Fix the resistance band to something stable. As you draw your shoulder blades back and down, pull the bands back and let your elbows bend. Hold for 3 seconds and slowly let the arms come forward, keeping both scapula down and back for as long as possible. Remember to keep your elbows near the side of your body throughout. For the resistance band extensions, fix the resistance band overhead as shown. Hold the bands in both hands at shoulder height, elbows straight. Draw your shoulder blades back and down and pull the bands down, bringing your arms down by your side. Hold for 3 seconds and slowly bring your arms back to the starting position. For the banded reverse fly, hold the band in front of your chest, elbows straight. Pull your arms apart, out to the side, drawing your shoulder blades down and back. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds and slowly bring your hands back together. To progress, you can bias different shoulder stabilization muscles by changing your hand position. Say palm up, palm down, palm in, and palm out. For the resistance band roll slide, place a small resistance band around your wrists. Bring your hands shoulder width apart, pulling out on the band, and place your forearms against the wall as shown. Slide your arms up the wall without losing the tension in the band. Hold for 3 seconds and slide your forearms back down the wall. The final stage with scapular stabilization exercises is to get the muscles working against your own body weight. Not only does the shoulder blade need to provide a stable base when the arm moves, it needs to do the same when using our whole body. So not only will these exercises strengthen and stop your shoulder blades sticking out, they are also great for building upper body strength too. For the incline push-up, position yourself leaning forward on the exercise bench or table. Draw your shoulder blades back and down into the scapular squeeze position. Let your elbows bend and your chest drop and perform a push-up. Repeat 20 to 30 times. Remember, don't let your lower body arch and maintain the scapular squeeze throughout. Progression. The further your feet start from the table, the harder the muscles will have to work. For the scapular push-up, assume a high plank position with your feet hip width apart and your hands underneath your shoulders and shoulder width apart. Now let your chest drop between your arms so that your shoulder blades retract. From here, push through the palms of your hands and slowly and round through your back to a protracted position. Then repeat for 20 times. Be sure to breathe in on the way down and out on the way up. For the plank row, adopt a high plank position with each hand holding a dumbbell. Lift one arm up, bending the elbow and draw the shoulder blades back and down. Slowly lower the arm back down and repeat on the other side. Repeat 20 to 30 times on each arm, alternating sides. Remember to keep your back and pelvis stable and straight throughout the exercise. If you have any questions about scapular stability and these scapular stabilization exercises, feel free to contact me or leave a comment below. Until next week, take care. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please leave your comments below and share this video. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future weekly video release. Please also subscribe to this channel. This is free of charge but will help the channel to grow. If you're interested in improving your health and fitness or losing weight, if you suffer from or wish to prevent back pain, please take a look at my book, which is now available from Amazon worldwide. Thank you.